Welcome to the NewsHour. President Biden is cutting short his upcoming trip to Asia to continue negotiations to avoid a historic default for the country. Pressure is mounting because the government could run out of money to pay its bills by June 1st if an agreement isn't struck by then. Biden announced the change to his schedule hours after meeting with congressional leaders on raising the debt limit.
I'm confident we're going to continue to make progress toward avoiding default and fulfilling America's responsibility as a leader on the world stage.
Although members who attended today's negotiation on the debt ceiling left with a renewed optimism, it seemed nothing at all was reached about raising the debt ceiling and allowing the government to meet its obligations after June 1st. The only common ground was the following.
Default is just the worst alternative. We all agreed that default is not an acceptable option. Void default. Default is a disaster.
Number one, we know we're not going to default.
Everyone understood what a disaster default was.
Hello, traders. Gary Wagner here. It is 12:18 in Honolulu, 6:18 in New York on Tuesday, 16th day of May, 2023, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. The uncertainty of today's meeting between members of Congress and the Senate, as well as the President, to negotiate a solution to the debt ceiling crisis took gold dramatically lower, down $29.50, with the most active June contract currently fixed at $1,993.20. The fact that after the meeting, there was no clarity provided except optimism that some sort of deal was possible by the end of the week was not enough to satisfy traders as they kept the market under pressure, closing near the lows of the day. The dollar had little to do with today's fall, although the dollar had some strength, up 0.17%. The index is currently fixed at 102.44. Lastly, silver lost a little bit over 1.5%, with the most active July contract currently fixed at $23.92. Prior to the meeting by Congress, Senate, and the President to find some sort of resolution to the debt ceiling, the uncertainty created by nothing getting done so far took gold and caused it to have a hard break below $2,000, trading just to about $1,990 per ounce. We are currently trading in Australia, in which gold is trading at $1993.50. Although President Biden will leave for Japan to attend the G7 meeting, he will return early. But after listening to remarks by Schumer as well as McCarthy, it seems that what was not said seems to be at the heart of this newfound optimism, in which there was some discussion, although not mentioned, of some sort of a short-term extension to avoid the U.S. from defaulting on its obligations. While it's only conjecture, the fact that the ideology between the Democrats and Republicans remains so far apart, the only way to get to some kind of an agreement would be by having a two-part solution, a short-term stopgap followed by negotiations later on.
But we've got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week. It's not that difficult to get to an agreement.
And hopefully we can come to an agreement. We don't have much time.
Although comments made following the meeting today by the President and top officials from the Congress and Senate, there is clarity in one thing, and that is the technical indicators. We are looking at a daily candlestick chart with the 50-day moving average. The 50-day is currently set at $1,989. We are trading just above that. And that, to me, is the clearest sign that gold is still in an overall bullish demeanor. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the next daily update and review. Bye-bye.